Over my time on Showdown, I have accumulated roughly 500 teams, spanning multiple tiers, holding mysterious origins, and brimming with untapped potential. In this series, we will be exploring all of these lost teams and battling with them one by one until no stone is left unturned. Welcome to the Past of Pokemon Showdown. Now with all of that out of the way, it is time to pick our teams, and if we're trying to get on the ladder, we have to pick strategically. So I say we just scroll down as fast as we can, one big scroll, and we see where we end up. All right, we'll see how fast I can go here. 3, 2, 1. What on earth did I just land on? Gen 18. I'm sorry. We have to do one more scroll down. We got to get to Gen 7. Raid level 3. Yeah, I was not going to do that Gen 8 ZU team right there with 5 Mons. Pyukumuku. Okay. I think I do know what this was for. I actually think I do know the history for this. I think that was on Gen 7. What was that? Gen 7 Anything Goes. Alright, there it is. So this team, what was it? Raid level 3, I believe. Yes. So I made all these raid teams for battling my friends back in middle school. I remember there was this festival, some sort of over the weekend film festival where a bunch of kids who played Showdown and myself were attending, and we were there for like the whole day. All the roles for the actual film had been covered. Okay, look at this, all bug team. That is what I like to see when I'm using a level 95 Scolipede. What on earth? But for this film festival where everyone was there, everyone already had their roles for the movie. So it was just me and my friends who played Showdown who had nothing to do, and yet we were like there all day. And usually at the school we weren't allowed to do anything. What do we start off by doing here? Bug Steel, this thing might get rocks. Yeah, I'll taunt off the start. Damn, it doesn't get rocks. So yeah, just me and my friends were playing Showdown the entire day. We wouldn't normally be allowed to do it, so it was such a big deal. And so we just took full advantage of it. And I remember making these raid teams just because we were playing so often. I wanted to make that sort of challenge, and I do remember it. I cannot believe I actually do, but anyways. We've got both our screens up, but unfortunately rocks have made their way onto our side. Now, Marowak is what we baton pass onto, so Scolipede will be our option for setting up beforehand. Now, based on your team, a lot of your things that are a threat to me are, a threat to Scolipede is like Volcarona, but for Marowak that isn't a threat, so I actually will stick to the defensive side here. Feel free to set up your Sticky Web, that will not affect me once we have all of our speed all set up. The Volcarona does come out though. Now this is pretty scary, right? We only have light screen for a few more turns, but that will absolutely be enough. I don't know if I want to just... look at my opponent's team. We have Bone Meringue, which we're going to have to use on something like the Crustle. Although we could just set up spikes. Why don't I do that? Right, we'll set up spikes so we don't have to rely on Bone Meringue, and we just barely live that. Alright, we just barely live thanks to the light screen. Now, goddamn, let me switch out. That was way too close. Marowak comes out. We are only at plus 2 speed. And Fiery Dance does a little bit too much. That did do a little bit much. Although we should be outspeeding everything that I see. Shadow Bone comes out, takes out the Volcarona. What a stupid little mon there. Now, 5 bug types left. But the spikes will just let us wash through them. Right, we are Rockhead, so Flare Blitz will not be giving us any recoil. And Rocky Helmet, I see. So yeah, this is why it's called the Raid Team, because we just set up this one Pokemon to be like the raid boss. And so I had all those different levels of harder and harder raid bosses to beat. And I suppose this was the level 3. Shadow Bone or Flare Blitz doesn't make a difference to me. Yeah, really thankful that we had that spikes there. Who knows how many of your mods could have been Focus Sash, especially since you are bug type. We couldn't even test Focus Sash Bone Meringue on you because you are flying. Isn't that weird how Bone Meringue doesn't hit flying types? Oh my god, and it actually comes true. And the Air Cutter takes us out. No way. Oh my god, and now we lose. Look at this. Can you guys believe that? Goddamn, raid level 3. Well, I think now we know what we have to do. Why don't we search? Actually, I believe I have a folder. Yeah, raids folder. I do remember that. Sometimes I see it on the sideline there. Raid level 5. Alright, if raid level 3 won't cut it for us, you know what we gotta do next. The absolute peak of the raid. It looks like this one, we are either transferring our boosts onto the raid boss Xerneas or Arceus, and then we have the same type of setup. We are against another type of these wacky teams, an all psychic type, with magic bounce on the Xatu, so that will be tough to set up on. Now, yeah, a lot of things here. Nothing on my opponent's team can just kill me off the rip though. I'm really confident in that. So I will set up my light screen or reflect because you can't bounce those back, and then we'll just do our own boosts with the drift blim. Calm Mind on the Xatu, that's kind of scary if you just start setting up like that. I am not willing to... Oh, can't be bounced by Magic Coat, you see that? Cannot be bounced. Alright, sweet. We'll set up a reflect and just go for this. That's busted. Although, I suppose it makes sense if we're killing ourselves to do it, but yeah, Magic Bounce will not save you there. You're still a +1, so it is still a threat. But now Drift Blim, this just gives it, oh yeah, this just gives it the chance to completely set up here. And thank God Dynamax isn't a thing yet. That just crippled moves like Minimize. Granted, they did deserve to be well, goddamn, raid level 5, it's way too much. Okay, we gotta do one where we actually, hit the raid boss. But yeah, they crippled evasion as they should have, but maybe not to that extent. Maybe don't cripple it with something as oppressive as Dynamax itself. You could lead with a number of things, maybe Galvantula, Ambipom, even Greninja. So in any of those cases, I am fine with Pyukumuku. Even if the Galvantula comes out, just starting off with a... Yeah, okay, Galvantula does come out, even just starting off with either Light Screen or Memento, it's just really solid. So you can go ahead and Thunder us if you want, but we'll take away your special attack, and we can then get in Scolipede to just start setting up. Running Thunderbolt instead of Thunder, interesting. You get the para, so I can't blame you. Scolipede or Drifblim? Yeah, not Drifblim just yet. We'll start off with our Scolipede to get the speed and defense boost. You're gonna Volt Switch out of here. Where are you going into? Into the Charizard. Alright, so if you are special, our Light Screen is saving us, and if you are not, then hopefully this Iron Defense is enough to take us through a little bit. It won't take us through too much. The Drought comes out. This will still do a chunk. That's more than a chunk. So that was more than I was expecting, although I'm not just going to forfeit. I think we do have a chance to come out on top here. Minimize could make sense. I think that's what I want to start off by going. Right, we do have the Light Screen, so we are protected in a way. Amnesia, we'll have to go for it. We don't really have any other way to deal with the Charizard, but the Scrafty comes out, which is even worse. Because, well, I suppose it does let us go into our... Nice, we live it. We don't even have any defense boosts. But this lets us go into the Xerneas. So this puts us in a position where we have a Xerneas, which is soon going to have Geomancy, with +2 evasion. And honestly, I do like those odds. Moonblast, this should be it. The only thing Moonblast doesn't kill is that Charizard, but we are at +4 special defense, so that's not an issue to us. You missed the fake out. As we bring you to your Sash, that could have been scary if you got a lot of chip damage on us there, but it will not matter. Manager Jeff is out of here as the Moonblast takes it out. Now, I don't know what you do here. I think this is set and match for us. Charizard does come out. Yeah, exactly. Raid level 5, busted. Broken strategy there. Now, instead of switching or scrolling rather from the top, why don't I start out from the bottom so we're sure to get a very old team. I'll just do a little scroll here, and 3, 2, 1. Hyper. That is a really cool type of team to land on. I barely remember this. This is a team that I would just have fun with. Look at the mons on here. Like the names, Warning, Deathstroke, Omi, Minerva, Savitar. Look at these names here. And then, yeah, just an Aurora Veil, the cool setup, Charizard, Counter Chansey, normal Kartana with Defog, then the Psychium Z. Yeah, this is too cool. Let's do that. That's an awesome team to land on. Gen 7 OU onto the all caps Hyper Offensive. There it is. Hyper Offensive OU, that is the team. Now we have to make sure this lives up to its name. And after waiting on the search screen for 2 minutes, here we are, Gen 7 OU. Now this is a Gen 7 OU team if I've ever seen one. More of a stall focused one, honestly. There's the Chansey, Tapu Fini, and then pretty conservative with then sweeping with Volcarona, maybe a Scizor. Now you could expect me to lead with my Minerva, so Volcarona, Magearna. In that case, I do like our warning here. So what do you choose to go? Magearna, alright, that works too. If we are able to get a Z Hypnosis, this could be the game. Tapu Fini comes out, alright. So you probably know what we're trying to do here. And based on the fact you brought out Fini, for some reason you're not fearing a Thunderbolt. Yeah, alright, go into Chansey, that's fine by me. Let us get up a Tail Glow. Yeah, Tail Glow, Thunderbolt, 43%. And I'm gonna let you go for a Toxic again. I'll let you try it one more time. You missed it the first time, please go for it again. No, we are at +6 now though. If this Gliscor is, what is it, special defense, then we will be throttled here, but you will not even let us determine if that's the case. The Scizor comes out, and yeah, you have your ground type. I'm just gonna press it again. Bullet Punch, 30%, not bad. But yeah, that Chansey, if it went for Toxic again, our Misty Terrain, their Misty Terrain rather, would still have affected us. And I think my opponent realized that. Magearna living? No way. There's no way. Did that Magearna just live without a Focus Sash? Or did the Sash just not show? Unless that is really the strength of AV Magearna, Assault Vest Magearna. Did it really live a +6 stab Thunderbolt from a 445 base circuitry? Wow. This mon is goofy. I don't know how else to put it. Jesus. Did it really just live? That's insane. Now, we know we can't go Bisharp here. I do want to set up something for a sweep. And Tapu Fini is such a threat. It really just prevents us from doing anything with our Saboteur. But it doesn't prevent us. Leaf Blade doesn't look too good, honestly. Yeah, Leaf Blade does not look all that good. Right, so Saboteur, it is the only thing I can think of right now. The moves that you have, Assault Vest Magearna, you probably wouldn't go for a Fluid Cannon here. You are a +1, I'll give you that, but I doubt you go for a Fluid Cannon just expecting us to Mega Z. Alright, the Mega comes out, and this is the moment of truth right here. Volt Switch, perfect. That just lets us get a, +1/+1. The Tapu Fini comes out. This is the threat, this is the scary thing. It won't be able to do much to us though, right? I can only chip us down a little bit. 35%, not great, but not pathetic. I'll just go for it again, right? We won't be 3-hit KOing it because of the leftovers, but now we are at a bad spot. So let's switch into the Kartana and pray we don't get burned, although the Misty Terrain may protect us from that anyways. Yeah, Volcarona is the only threat here, so I expect you to switch out, as you do. We land our knockoff, but it doesn't take the item off, so it's most likely a Z-move Volcarona. This puts us in a terrifying position. Right, I'm gonna go for another one. It takes it out this time. What a roll. Now my opponent's team is all at the mercy of Leaf Blade. Yeah, I'm not staying in with this Kartana, even though it has the boost. I'm not risking that because Leaf Blade just kills my opponent's team now. Because remember, the Magearna is only at 1 HP and crippled. And if you want to switch into anything, yeah, if you want to switch in, we're still getting, look at this chunk. Critical hit. Ooh. Critical hit, and it only did that much. That's not good, but then again, Kartana is busted on the defense side as well. Roosting here. Alright, now this is not something I had expected. It looks like we won't be able to just press it against the Gliscor as it is defensive. That wouldn't have mattered anyways as we are Scarfed, but we outspeed everything. Aurora Veil time perhaps. Yeah, nothing you can really switch into that scares me. If you want to go into the Chansey, we do have Encore to lock you into, say, Soft Boiled, and then we could go into Bisharp and set up some Swords Dances. But either way, we'll just go for a Blizzard here. As, there we go, a Wish, that works perfectly fine. Now I'm just going to Blizzard again, expecting you to either protect or you live on 1 HP. That is very lucky, although, yeah, thankfully Hail does take effect before the Wish did. I wasn't sure it was going to do that, so that's a really good thing. We have our Veil up, we have Encore in case it wants to do anything funny. I think we're in a really good position here. We'll just go for another Blizzard and get the freeze. Well, Misty Terrain, we would have gotten it anyways. Scald, alright. Nothing worth encoring it into just yet. We have our Veil up, so why don't we take advantage of it by going into our Kartana here, as Alright, Moonblast. The Scald Burn was not a threat given the terrain, and now I feel comfortable. Yeah, I think it's time. This may be enough to take it out. Surprisingly not. The Leaf Blade is still just not doing enough for us. What do you do here? Right, you Roost, which lets us get a beautiful Blizzard off now. Because your Tapu Fini is pretty low right now. I could predict the switch, right? There's no way you're going to Magearna, even if you do, it's not scary to me. Now, yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to predict the switch into Tapu Fini. Magearna, that works too, because do we get the Beast Boost here? We don't. That's really unfortunate. That would have been so nice for us. Yeah, now the Gliscor gets to come in completely free one more time. And no point in knocking off. This is tough. Yeah, this is tough, even though I've got it in the bag. Yeah, my opponent is doing some things here. Eviolite is knocked off of us, and it does leave us with the counter, so it's nice that we have that. Why don't I just go for the counter? Toxic, really? Alright, we'll see what you do. You're just gonna keep on pressing Toxic. At least now you're scared of it, right? You're not willing to just go ahead and use a physical move unless. Alright, that works for us perfectly. 59% now we know you are scared and that you're going to want to heal or use Toxic again. So I will gladly switch out. Ninetales comes out as you Toxic. That is fine by us because now we did switch out, right? We did switch out last time, so you may be expecting us to do the same. It doesn't matter. I believe we will be okay here. 16% on the Blizzard, not too bad. Let me go for another one. You have no immediate healing moves, so as long as we can just do this to you, I think now, finally, we're in the position where Leaf Blade will be able to work its magic. Right, you can switch out, but you're only at 60% HP. I think this is it. I feel like I made this way more complicated than it actually had to be. Yeah, way more complicated than it actually had to be. But anyways, those are the battles for the Past of Pokemon Showdown number 2. I'm going to keep on doing this series. Who knows how consistently I will upload it, because who knows how consistently I'll upload anything on this channel. But I'm really excited to keep exploring these teams. Let me know if you ever see something when I'm just scrolling through the teams here, any name that looks interesting. I'm willing to try out anything because the way this series works, I just go on Showdown and I just scroll like I do, and then I just pick the team randomly. So if any of you want to give it some more order and pick some teams yourself, I will be gladly looking at the comments down there. But yeah, that is all we have for this video today, and I will see you all in the next video.